Hey crafty cuties, welcome back to another video finally. Today I'm going to go through my finished December daily journal with you. We're going to flip through all of the pages really quick. I wanted to thank you guys so much for getting me to 38K subscribers. That's crazy, that's insane, and I appreciate you guys so much for the support, especially since I have not been able to do regular videos the past couple months. Well, really honestly since my daughter's been born, but we will get there. I also really quick wanted to mention that I do have a Patreon, and if you are a Patreon member in the month of January, you will be getting sent a vintage postcard. This is just an example of some of them. I'll have information for that down below. I haven't done a video talking about my Patreon account, but if you guys want me to explain it more and all of that and talk about what the different memberships include, I can do that for you. But today we're gonna get into my complete journal. I have a tassel that has a bunch of really random stuff on it. I have like this little jewel charm. It says, "Do what makes your soul shine." I have just a bunch of different trims and bells, and this little pouch that has some little doodads that I kind of collected over Christmas vacation. And then I'm gonna go through these somewhat quick. I have a pocket here in the front that has just a tag and a photo of my family. The tag has some writing on the back just talking about our ages and the year and all of that. Over here we have this pretty little decoupage pocket, has another tag, and then this flips up here. More photos are tucked in. If you can see that one. A photo of my son and daughter here. Over here we have a little flip page. These flip out, and then each one has a tag that kind of explains the picture and what was happening that day. And then let's see, so this was just a picture of some snow that we got with a little tag here that says to, it goes that way, there we go. This page was kind of fun. I wanted to include some of the different wrapping papers that I was using for the season. So I have little swatches of each in circle form here. And then over here I have some pictures of like the wrapping paper. I have a tag talking about, I don't know, how I was wrapping presents this day. And then I even have some ribbon swatches, which I thought was kind of fun, just tucked in here. And these were ribbons that I was using on my gifts. So I'm just gonna kind of quickly tuck those back in. And then this little piece right here also flips out, and I just did some journaling on the back of that. I'm gonna hold it up here and hopefully you guys can see this all right. This is a nice little vellum pocket. I did a little bundle or a little layered bundle of ephemera pieces here. And then I have a picture of my sister and I when we were little. I did journaling on the back of this card. I added some little stickers actually on the photo. And then also this flips up here, and I did some more journaling just talking about my sister in that one. And I like this pocket because it's vellum, so it has texture and it's really fun actually. Okay, over here, this was a page I struggled with, that's for sure. This is just a picture of a coffee cup, and then this flips up and there's journaling on the back here. And there's a bunch of things that just kind of hang down. I think I did a video on a bunch of these different pages, but anyways, over here, this is a picture of a wreath, and this flips out like so, and then like so back here. Another little vellum pocket that has some printed doilies, and I have these little poinsettia leaves, and actually, if you guys are wondering, these are holding up super great. They look good. I did a video where I made this, and I wasn't sure how long they were gonna hold up, but they look great, so that's exciting. And I attached the little tag that came from the actual poinsettia plant, so it's kind of fun. This is a picture of my Christmas tree, and then there's a little part that pulls out with another picture of Arlo looking at the ornaments, and I did my journaling around the photo here. And then this page has 8 different little mini envelopes, and actually each one has, oh shoot, I just ruined that one. Each one has a little photo inside, so I'm gonna have to attach this a little bit easier. I'm just gonna set it to the side for now, but we're gonna keep those closed. I kind of like how the photos are hidden and they're teeny little photos, so I'll just have to attach that little embellishment a little bit better, but that's okay. Over here, I have a little card, a little journaling card that's attached to the envelope. I'm not gonna untie this, but there's some photo and journaling inside here. And then over here, I made a little belly band with this Starbucks, the Starbucks drink holder thing. I forget what you call it. And I have some little things that are hanging down here, which are fun. And then in here is a tag that I created, and some little embellishments and a tiny little envelope that has a picture in there. And then there's also a little vellum envelope that had my receipt from the day, and I talked about paying it forward because on this day that's what I did. This is just a photo of a really pretty ornament that I had, and then I have a little tag in here with some journaling and a little teeny little envelope that has journaling as well. Let's see, this page over here, you can just untie this right here, and then there is a little flip out. I talked about what I wanted for Christmas, my favorite holiday memories, and then there's a little tag with a photo of me. And then this just ties up to hold everything on. There's also a metal brad that has the number 12. I did number most of the layouts, but sometimes I wouldn't really worry about it if it didn't fit in. So on 13, I just printed out some black and white photos of my dog who passed away last year. I was missing him that day, so I thought it was just a simple, quick way to show that. 14, I made a little tag of my cat, and I did some journaling about her. And then I just cut out a big number 14. So on this day, I made a little envelope here with some decoupage of this vintage book page, and then in here I did some journaling, and then this also flips up, and there's a picture of Arlo and Alistair with some firemen because this day Arlo got locked in the car. Yeah, it's a long story. Over here we do, I did a really fun watercolor page, and the journaling for this day just flips out like so. And then you can flip it all the way up and read about the journaling there. I like this one a lot. I really like how it turned out. It's kind of fun to include different art pages in your December daily, I think. So as the month goes on, it gets a bit crazier, and you'll see that reflects kind of in my journaling, and that's okay. I got photos. I talk about my kids' like favorites and all their stats for the year. I wanted to include a picture of my husband working because he's not in here too much. I don't really get a ton of pictures of him anymore. It's like a lot of it's all about the kids. So I wanted to just include a picture of him. And I also did some journaling up here about him. And then over here, I use this lace to just kind of cover this up, and then it folds up, and there's just a picture of my daughter sleeping. And then on the back of that tag, I did journaling about her. Over here, just a vellum little tag. Mom life, I have a picture, a nice selfie of myself there. I did some journaling on the back. And then that just slips right back down carefully. Try to get that back in without ruining it. There we go. So on day 20, I have these little pins that hold this shut, but these fold out. And I just did some journaling straight onto the pages. This is kind of right around the time when sickness starts to hit our household, I think. So I kind of like that you could just look at this page and it just looks like it's a regular page with nothing else going on, but it is. Okay, so this page right here, this is just a little pocket, and this shows some of the gingerbread houses that we made. And then this goes down here, and I love this page because it has a little picture of from a vintage book of a little baby and mom baking together, super cute. And then there's just more pictures of us making the gingerbread houses. There's a picture of Arlo nursing while I'm making it, because that's the life. So this is a picture of Alistair sleeping on Christmas Eve, I believe. He had the flu. He was so sick, poor boy, but I still wanted to capture that. Over here, this was actually a card, and I just cut it into a tag shape, and I did some journaling on the back. And then this is another card that I received, and I just included the card. So this has writing from the person that sent it to us, and I like including the cards in different ways like that throughout the books. This is a picture of Christmas Eve, and this was just a picture of like all of the gifts and what it looked like. And then this is a little cutout from book, and it says "'Twas the night before Christmas" went all through the house, you know, so I thought that kind of was cute. Over here, Alistair was feeling a bit better. He was playing with the train, and Arlo was so happy to see him because he was in his room. He was stuck in his room for about 5-6 days, like super sick. So she was so happy to see him, and so I just put the photo, and then I did a little bit of journaling. But as you can imagine, with the flu going around the house, it was a busy time of year, so I didn't get a lot of time to finish up the journal, but I did my best. This is just a bunch of photos and different tags and things from my kids' special ornaments. And then over here, this was just a picture of the advent calendars, because I never got to being able to include these in the journal beforehand, so I still wanted to do it because I have photos of the advent calendars they each had. These are just like packaging pieces from the advent calendars. And then I did some journaling inside this little pocket here and on the back here, and then that just slips down in here, so they're kind of hidden a bit. Over here I have just a little tag that I made. These are just basically a ton of photos from Christmas, and this comes off, and then I have some more behind here. And this is kind of the point where I just wanted to finish up the journal. This is a picture of Hans and Arlo. And so throughout the rest of the book, I just kind of included a lot of photos, like pretty easily. This was a picture of the letter that Alistair left out for Santa, and then there's a little metal embellishment that says "Dear Santa." And in here is a copy of his letter. Santa actually let me keep a copy of his letter because it's just fun to have those in our life. Over here, this is just a vellum envelope, and I simply just included the rest of all of the photos because there were a ton from Christmas, and I did not want to have to pick a couple. So they're all in there, and I just picked one of my favorites of Alistair and Arlo playing together as they open gifts. And then on the back here, I just have a bunch more photos from Christmas tucked in because at this point I was just like, I want to just be done. So I am so happy that I did take the time to finish this journal up. There are just so many great memories. Now it's time to tie this up, and we'll look through it next Christmas. Thank you guys so much for joining along, sticking with me through the busy time of year, and I hope that you guys were able to finish your journals. I know it gets crazy and it's busy and hard to do, but it is definitely worth it once you get it done. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.